Hi, folks. This is Don Meisner with the North Country Fishing Report. You know, there's so many different things that enter into whether we're a successful fisherman or not. But I think one of the most important things is what we want to get out of the day that we go out there. You know, some of us become avid. I mean, everything has to be perfect, and our whole goal is to catch those fish. For some of it's a way to get away from the things that stress us and just get out and enjoy the day and let the day bring the experience to us. But one of the things that I really wanted to sort of key in on today is the rods that we use. Every part of your fishing tackle arsenal is important. Each part is a tool, from your line to the lures that you choose, the reel, and the rod. But I think the rods can play such a huge role in that very experience, more than maybe all the other things. And here's why. And you'll notice that pro fishermen will have different rods. So they might have 20 or 30 different rods all rigged up on their boat, ready to go, and each rod designed for a different type of fishing, a different type of lure, a different type of water conditions. Well, why is that? They may not have all different reels. The reels are all pretty much the same. They choose a reel that works well for them. But what does the rod do? Number one, the rod is what really casts the line out there. And the action of the rod, the way that's constructed, is going to make a difference of how well it can cast the lure. Second of all, the rod is going to transmit the bite into your hand. So what the rod is made out of is going to be highly important. The higher, I guess, integrity of the graphite can make a difference. It makes it more sensitive, but it also can make it more brittle. So there's a lot of things to consider. But you see with rods that are rated slow action or fast action, that's just one part of it. And that can be so important. I know I've gone out on fishing trout and trying to use really light, and I had this wonderful, really light rod that was made for me, but it had such a flexible, almost you could say slow tip action that when I cast it won't reverberate in the right way, so it actually inhibits the lure from going near as far as it could. So the whole design, you hear things like parabolic action, which means the rod will bend almost all the way down to the butt, the where your reel is of the rod. Or it might have a fast action where the tip really moves a lot, but only a certain section of the tip, and that makes it fast, and that works great for certain types of fishing. So, and then you have rods that are labeled medium, or soft action, or light action, or heavy action. And every rod company is going to label them the way they think they should be. So it's really important that you if you can handle the rods, it makes the most important part. And finally, the rod is what is fighting the fish. And so the action of the rod is going to make a big difference. I mean, that's what's really going to tire the fish out. It isn't the line or the reel as much. Of course, you have to have the drag set properly, and you have to have the line heavy enough where it's not going to break the first time the fish jolts the line out, makes its first run. But the rod is what tires the fish out, what really wins the battle for you. So I think the next time you go looking for a rod, there's a lot more things that you have to consider. And sometimes you're going to pick the right one, and sometimes it might not be the right rod for the conditions that you fish in. Until next time, folks, this is Don Meisner with the North Country Fishing Report.